Yeah, we back. I feel like YouTube be on that shit sometimes. YouTube will do that to a nigga, man. What up, Julie? You jumped in that bitch fast. That's my nigga. That's what I'm talking about, man. It's love, man. That's love. Niggas is about to pop back up. Niggas probably like, damn, it's funny. Soon as I hit in, y'all was like, yo, that shit back. You know what I'm saying? YouTube do that. We talking about some ill shit. YouTube does that. It picks up on algorithms. It does that. You feel me? That's how it go. God King, what do you think of angel numbers, bro? Can you explain it in a gangster way? Yeah, I got you. You're Rod. Make sure you text my phone, Rod. That's my nigga, boy. We go way back. For sure, for sure. Those my niggas, nigga. When I come in town, nigga, I come pull up on my nigga every time. Mama cook good sweet potato pies and shit, man. Real nigga shit. Real nigga shit. Those my niggas. Love them niggas to death, man. So, J-Lax, spiritual numbers or angel numbers are codes in this matrix. And see, the thing is, the matrix is something that you gotta experience yourself. Nobody gonna tell you. There's 5 people in this motherfucker thumbing it up. 11 people in this bitch, man. Goddamn, hit that shit. Thumb it up, man. I see 3, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3. It's 2, 1, 3. That's all I see. And so you gotta go deep into what the numbers mean for you. You gotta remember, everything in this universe is energy. Everything in this universe is energy. And if you don't start seeing things with energy, you're not gonna understand how they all correlate. So you're supposed to be able to understand there's a frequency you're on. There's a certain programming that you are under. This is why I do astrology, because everybody falls on different cycles. And in cycles, they're permeated by the configurations of your chart. So this is why everybody got a different social security number. You see what I'm saying? Because you're pretty much realizing that you are in a cycle, in a matrix, man. Yo, Patai, do you have specific things you do to help manifest things, or is the most important aspect manifestation take action? No, so it all works hand in hand, but this is, I'm gonna give y'all some occult knowledge, bro, for real. Some true shit. And I'm gonna start putting more on my Patreon, like I said, when I drop this Patreon. But I'm gonna break it down for you in a little way. But I gotta get these little motherfuckers in here leeching off the goddamn knowledge and they ain't thumbing it up. 13 people, all right, let's keep it going, nigga. I'm on y'all ass tonight, nigga. I got time, cuz. I got time. Nigga, I'm rolling up, nigga. I'm chilling. You know what I mean? Popped a little MDMA earlier, a little ecstasy. So we chilling, man. I'm turned up. What up? Can you turn down the music up, Gary Wiggins? Turn down the music. It's a little bit hard to hear. You know, I'll turn it down for you, my nigga. I'm vibing, though. So, you know, when you're on ecstasy, you be fucking with this shit heavy. Dang, that's straight right there? Yeah, we be vibing, my nigga. We vibing in this bitch, man. Hey, I'm fucking with you, Gary. Can you turn down the music, bitch? It's just kind of hard to hear. I'm trying to get the information. Boy, it's a vibe when you come fuck with here, God King. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, this how we vibe, nigga. This is how the future of spirituality and spirituality in terms of like the social culture is going. We're out of dogma. We're out of the dogma stage. We're out of the stage of, oh, we have to shit in church and do it in the structure. It's like, nigga, we might have a kickback, nigga. Everybody take some Molly, everybody smoke weed, everybody pop a cap or 2 mushrooms, and we just vibe. And that's new spirituality, because now you have the conversations that stimulates this. Like what we're doing right here, that's what it is. This is the new day. What up, Louis? You know what I'm saying? What counts as a relapse? Boy, you already know, boy. We grown in this bitch, nigga. I just rolled up too. It's 1 a.m. over there. That's what's up, man. What time is it here? I don't know. Nigga, I'm turned up, nigga. I'm chilling, dog. I'm a heavily 12 house influence, nigga. I don't pay attention to time. But I'm a Virgo. So I got 6th house Aquarius, so timing is very sporadic for me. That's my daily routines. Brian said, don't kill my vibe. What am I listening to? It's this fusion style house music that my shorty over here put me on, that her dad put on, but I listen to a lot of African music because, I listen to a lot of music with no words in it, first of all, because I rap and I do a lot of songwriting, so I like my life to be a soundtrack. But this is a new vibe. I'm gonna put the, on YouTube, it's the Godfather, a deep house. And so this mix is called Club NEH. So if you type in Club NEH and you type in the Godfathers of Deep House, you hear this mix. Them niggas lit. I listen to South African music. It's called the Zulu pronounce this with a click. It's like but you pronounce it GQOM. Them niggas turn, nigga. Them niggas is on ecstasy over there. They in the slums listening. Matter of fact, I'm gonna play y'all some music now. See, I'm vibing, but I'm gonna play y'all some music, and it's gonna sound. It's gonna probably sound. I ain't gonna say it's gonna sound weird to y'all. Y'all gonna be like, boy. You can tell them niggas turn. Like, that's what you're gonna feel like. You're gonna be like, well, them niggas is turned, nigga. Seen this shit in Africa, them niggas was turned, nigga. Lit. The club lit, nigga. They lit like how when Lil Jon and Crunk music first came out. See, I listen to all this South Africa. Africa got some of the best content coming out, and it's very raw. And that's all I listen to. But I'm gonna play y'all. If y'all don't know about Scorpion Kings, y'all need to listen to Scorpion Kings. All that shit. I'm about to take a trip to Africa once they open up South Africa. And when they open up South Africa, I'm dealing with some producers out there who some major niggas when it come to dealing with non-music. So I'm gonna play y'all. My favorite producers of this shit is this nigga named Black Kid. And the group is called Black Shandees. So I'm gonna play y'all this shit right here. Man, trust me. This shit right here, they on ecstasy over there smoking weed, drinking. And this is shit they listening to. And I'm gonna play it loud because I want y'all to hear this shit. This shit go, nigga. This some next level shit. Let me know if y'all can hear it decently. Sonically, I want y'all to write this down. If y'all fucking with this music, write this down. And I want y'all to listen to the music. And y'all can hear it through your own ears and shit. This group is called Black Shandees. It's a producer DJ group. And it's pronounced BLAQ. SHANDIS. Listen to the shit. When you can hear it through your speakers, I don't know how good y'all can hear it right here. Nigga, you listen to this shit. Imagine being in Africa, South Africa, and you hear African EDM, and you seeing motherfuckers on ecstasy, and you hear them turned up the African chants over techno and EDM. I want y'all to hear this shit, nigga. Type in Black Shandees if y'all fuck with it. Put it in the group chat, somebody they want, and I'll pin it. BLAQSHANDIS. Y'all gonna be like, yo, them niggas is lit. Yo, we in this bitch. We in this bitch. This music, this shit sound lit. If y'all can hear what y'all think of this shit, yes, y'all hear, man. Y'all fuck with that shit, swag yourself. This the wave. I'm trying to tell niggas on some other shit. Like, I'm trying to tell you. Imagine going to Africa like I did. You go to Africa, you out there in the hood chilling, but people see your energy. They're like, that nigga. You don't act like regular African. They like, that nigga act like an American, but you in the club and you listen to this shit. Niggas popping bottles. African niggas. This is Africans. South Africa. Go to Johannesburg, Western Cape, Eastern Cape, Pretoria, Durban, in the slums, and you imagine a block party. Imagine a block party, and this is what you hear. You like, nigga, you in Africa, nigga, and you at a block party, and everybody in the street, bad bitches look like they here in Atlanta, nigga, and you there chilling with niggas, niggas smoking weed, niggas is taking Molly, niggas is taking straight pure MDMA, and they turned up in the street like this, and they drinking fucking Gatorades and drinking water all nights, nigga. Fucking, yeah, Black Shandees. Yep. Nigga. Y'all gonna hear some shit because I'm gonna have that shit playing, nigga. I listen to music like that too. Yeah, I'm telling you, man. Listen. I listen to Nam. I listen to Amapiano. I listen to a lot of instrumental shit. Just, yeah, Black Shandees. Yeah. This shit go, my nigga. This shit how you turn, nigga. Imagine you in a motherfucking, nigga, imagine you in Africa, nigga. This is what I'm trying to tell y'all. It's a different level of this shit. I see 27 motherfuckers thumbed it up, 54 motherfuckers in here lurking old pussy ass shit, man. Show me you got some home training, man. Thumb it up. You turn this bitch, show love, man. You know what I'm saying? Do you believe life is already predetermined? Yes. It's already been. Yes. But you have what is called free will. Just pop 2 caps. What the rest of my joints said? They over there, man. We getting it in. You know what I'm saying? Salute. Soka, yeah, rocking out. Yeah. Salute, appreciate you, 510. You know what I'm saying? The funny thing is, though, when you understand this is why I deal with astrology. You fall under cycles, which is a program. You gotta understand what you think life is. You're not in your body. You're an avatar, nigga. We ain't none of us here right now. We're up in a cloud somewhere. And when I say cloud, I'm talking about the Akasha Records, the universal mind. You see what I'm saying? And so, what you think is free will, you're playing a part, and it's the more you tap into, what you realize is this. Once you tap into what free will really is when you're on your purpose. Think about what these words mean. These are spells, but you have to break them. Purpose. If you're on your purpose, what happens? Is it free will then? Because you're on your purpose, or was it prescribed for you? And what you have to understand is that the whole point is that you're trying to awaken your soul. And so when you get to the purpose of awakening your soul, you are walking in your destiny, your willpower. So it's not necessarily you got free will. You have the illusion of free will when you choose to actually do it. This is why it's a cosmic game. If you know that all you had to do was to find the clues, it was so easy to find, that's death, that's stagnation. So this whole game about life, death, you always have to play hide and seek. You see how these words, these are all what? They are all code words, right? So it's symbolism. So you're hiding and you're seeking it. It's a game. Everything is duality, right? It's for a reason. It's deep. 30 motherfuckers, man. So you mean to tell me since I just addressed that shit, man, more motherfuckers came in, man, and less niggas thumbed it up, man? You know what I'm saying? Thumb that shit up. Yo, y'all hear that shit in the background? That shit so fucking futuristic. This shit go. So I say it's something it sound like something Jiggy you get to hell yeah. Boy, I'm telling y'all, boy, y'all throw this shit on, man. I love Afrobeat. I got an Afrobeat song I'ma upload. It's called Give Me Your Love. I'ma upload that probably tonight. It's too low, you can turn it up. Hey, Ron said turn that shit up. Hey, my nigga. Yeah. I feel like I'm in Africa right now. I'm telling you, boy, this shit go in. I'm on the Lucy, bro. I'm trying to figure out if I should spark up the third. It's up to you, my nigga. It's up to you. You are the disciplinarian and the rewarder. So it's up to you. How do you set intentions before you take the mushrooms? So, good question, Ness. My nigga Ness in here. Ness, I'm gonna try to knock you out tomorrow and get your consultation in and do that for you tomorrow because I've been busy. But I got some people in town, so if I don't get you tomorrow, it's going down. Chief, I love my niggas. Salute, my boy. Appreciate you, man, on the motherfucking goddamn tip, man, for sure. Yeah. Yeah, so much, man. I appreciate y'all jumping in this motherfucker. So, Ness, like you were saying, so you set your intentions when you understand that mushrooms are already, they already know what to do. They're an intelligence in their own, so they know exactly what to work for, what they're coming to do when you ingest them. What you do is you end up understanding that what do I want them to help me discover? What do I want to find? And when you do, they'll match your intentions because they know what they're here to do. But that means your intentions will be in alignment with what they'll come to do. So it's like you're programming them when they realize that we're talking about the brain. This is brain food. So when you think of mushrooms, don't think of it as a body. It's the brain. It's brain food. So you have to set your intentions, and when they do that, you allow them to go to work where they need to go to work at. You know, that's how it works. So yeah, it's just about tapping in. You know what I'm saying? What do you think happens to someone when they pass? Yeah, we talk about that, but I'm gonna talk about that more. How do you cleanse your aura after certain sexual partners? You cleanse your aura, your energy and your aura by taking that break, that distance. Take time to where you take about 2-3 months to yourself, where you can start to realize that when you start connecting to other human beings, the vaginal secretions go into your dick. That's why when you sitting in some pussy boy for a long time, nigga, dick come out smelling like her, nigga, you cannot see her for 2-3 weeks, nigga. If you ain't fuck a lot of bitches in between. Nigga, you smell her motherfucking pussy juice on your shit the whole time, nigga. You can wash shit, soap and goddamn jacuzzi, and it don't matter. One day you gonna wake up and you gonna smell a whiff of that pussy. You be like, damn, where that bitch at? And her juice is on your motherfucking dick. You see what I'm saying? And so you cleanse yourself by going to go back to you. Because when you pretty much fuck, you take and exchange information with each other. Like I tell you, the brain is a pussy. The dick is a pussy. I mean, the dick is a brain as well, right? It's because you got a brain. Your dick and your balls is the brain in the column inverted. The woman the same way. So this is why we think different, because we have two different genitalias, but they're complementary. So everything is polarized, right? But they both speak. This is why when you start tapping in, your girl will start being able to, y'all will be able to think of each other at times, and y'all will be like, she like, what, you about to call me? You be like, yeah, but she just called you, that type of shit, right? Yeah, I'm geeked up, yeah, so yeah. Nigga said the dick is a pussy. Hey, I'm geeked up, man. And so that's what happens. Audio not sync no more. Appreciate you, Bacheezy. Yeah, can y'all hear me? Yeah. Man, y'all hear this shit playing in the background? That shit lit, nigga. That shit lit. Africa lit, nigga. Brian said he gotta go to Africa before you die. You got to, Brian. It's a place that'll make you feel like a place that you've never been to, but you have. Cold approach, anxiety. Let me tell you something, man. I used to have that when I was younger, but that doesn't happen no more when you deal with spirituality. You don't have that. You don't have no anxiety. Audio not synced again. I don't know what's happening, but it's probably because the 74 motherfuckers in here, only 42 niggas got them thundered up, man. That's why it is. Look, man, Slimmer, yeah, man, I'm about to turn the fuck up, boy. I got some crazy shit jumping, so I've been trimming up, and well, my birthday is on the 3rd, so I'm gonna be in Tulum. I'm gonna be in Mexico at the end of the month, and then I'm gonna be in Toronto. So I'm going for my birthday to the Mayan ruins and all that shit, Cancun and Tulum, and I might just do a photo shoot out there, man. I might pretty much turn the fuck up all the way. So when I get to Mexico, I might just take a lot of pictures, and I'll be 35, so I'm gonna do this little 35 shit, man. Look, people be like, boy, I thought you was 27. Like, yeah. The nigga got motherfucking goddamn good energy, nigga. I stay stress-free, boy, nigga. Boy, I like to be stress-free. You feel me? So yeah, nigga been trimming up, got a stunt. You know I gotta turn back up in the worst way, man. I'm single, boy. You know how it go. You gotta get back to your bag, my nigga. You already know how that go, boy. I'm about to try to get to it, my nigga. Do you have to take mushrooms to further your occult knowledge? I'm gonna tell you this, as the priesthood of how the priesthood used to be in Kemet back then, yes. You gotta understand something. Y'all hear that music? That shit lit, my nigga. Let me tell you something. We are so far removed from who we are as a culture because we're in a simulation now. And so the real world has, the way we innately are as human beings, we're so far away from that. We don't have rites of passages, right? We don't have none of that shit. We don't have rites of passages, none of that. Appreciate everybody turning in the super chat, man. Appreciate you, man. The love and support, man, that means a lot. What happens is when you realize this, pretty much what happens is like this. I'm gonna say it like this. When you understand that, how can I put it? Rites of passages was a way for you to understand how to do things culturally. See, everything is backwards here. So shit that you would think is normal is not normal. And I mean normal because there is no normal. But what you have is cultures you can identify with. So this is why when you look at any, I'm not gonna say third world or uncivilized, I'm gonna say when you look at cultures that have a rich history in a certain type of way of life, that it permeates from there, right? So you think of Africa, you think of China, you think of indigenous cultures. They have a belly in this motherfucker. That's my shawty. Y'all go follow her. Y'all make sure y'all follow her. This is my partner. We doing it. We about to do it. And yeah, so when you think of indigenous cultures, the way that their mind works is different. Like, I had a conversation with somebody, right? You got to understand this. The mind culturally is set up based on certain constructs. Christians think totally different than Muslims. Muslims think totally different than Buddhists. And I'm not talking just in strict terms of the religion. I'm talking about the way the mind works. And I mean that in ways of Buddhism has a very Eastern philosophy to it, a very right brain approach, which is why you would have people going back down that path to connect to spirituality, or they'll find themselves saying, well, I connect to Buddhists. You know, people will take their own path. The reason why they'll connect to Buddhism because it still grounds them in an earth-based philosophy, but it turned into a religion. But it's not a religion, it's spirituality because it's a way of life. So when you do something as a religion, you're still constricting yourself. So your brain thinks totally different. But when you deal with spirituality, you go down that path of understanding chaos in nature. And you're on that path to understanding everything that is pretty much outside of you. So nature is you. You are nature. God is all around you. So when you start to connect back to the source, you start to see things differently. It means that you're starting to use your right brain. And when you start thinking right brain, you start thinking from the feminine context of you already are whatever, right? We're all men, so you start thinking from the right brain. We seek spirituality. Well, women are naturally spiritual because they're naturally androgynous. They're naturally androgynous. So they're the epitome of a human. And so when you look at both sides of that, you see it for what it is, and then you start to deal with it and understand that the feminine energy is universe. It's so hard. Yeah, you got me turned up in here. I'm about to roll up again. I'm just turned up chilling. Hot flashes and weird chills mean what? Boy, you better goddamn drink some water, nigga. How do they treat black Americans? Oh, Brian, they love us over the boy. Listen, let me tell you. I ain't even gonna cap for you. The way they treat African American niggas or niggas that us from over here. Every place I've ever been to, even to islands, Caribbean islands, or I'll go to an island, Latin American island, or you go to like Peru. Niggas that come from over here like this and the way we speak, they'll be like, boy, you sound like I had bitches sitting around chatting, and I asked one bitch, I'm like, what she say? They was like, it sound like he rapping when he talk. They was like, we love it. Just the way we talk different. We got a different energy, right? Because you come from a different mindset. So they treat black men over there like we celebrities. And I'm gonna tell you why. Because over there, it's so weird, man, that usually niggas who travel, you gotta either be a different type of nigga, or you gotta have a bag, or they look at it as you having a bag. So when you come over there, they like whoever he is, we know he American, and then they got money, because a lot of motherfucking American niggas ain't coming over here. Niggas be like, why the fuck would I go to, you got niggas who say shit like this, why the fuck would I go to Africa just to see more black bitches than I get here? Boy, it's a whole different culture, my nigga, but they treat you like you a celebrity, nigga. Look, they treat African American men the way Chinese and Asian women treat white men when the white men go over there. That's why when you see all these goddamn white men with these Asians, they be like, ooh, I came up. Yeah, that's how they look at you, my nigga. Let me flip that Boca Kush. I don't know which one I rolling up. Yeah, that shit real. Let me look through. Yeah, ever belling this bitch, that's my shawty. She motivate the fuck out of me. We be turned. How often should I or can I take mushrooms? Like every month, once every month, or when I need to do? So you can go about it two ways. See, I take mushrooms, but I also microdose, right? And so I take them all the time because it's brain food. It's about the intentions of what you want to do with it. But now when you want to take those big trips where you tap in, I would say give yourself like a week to prepare and get your mind right. And you know, when you're familiar with it, you deal with it. But it's like when you want to go to the next level, you take that little break, because the way mushrooms work, you could take them 3-4 days in a row straight. Let's say you trip every day, you have to take more. The more you continue tripping, you have to take more to produce the same desired result. So when the funny thing about the way the brain works with mushrooms is that it doesn't last on your brain like within 2 days. Within 2 days, let's say you work yourself up to like 3 days in a row, you start taking mushrooms. So by your third day, it would take you 6 grams to feel what you felt with 2 grams or 3 grams initially, right? Then if you take a whole 2-3 days off and you come right back, Boy, you take them 3 grams off top, them 4 grams on top, you like, well, nigga, your ass gone back to this place where you was the first time. Because the way the mushrooms work, all it does is connect neurons. It connects neurons. It creates pathways to your brain. Because it's brain food. It's almost like having a superpower, you know. And when you're on mushrooms, it's like Super Mario, boy. You really turn up, my nigga. I gave up new age stuff and turned to Jesus. My demons attacked me in the darkness. Hey, yeah, your demons is you knowing that you ain't supposed to do that. That's your fucking higher self. Like, bitch, we gotta wake your ass back up, nigga. The fuck you doing, nigga? But that's also your own mind playing a trick on you that you think that's a barrier. Your brain. This is why I'm saying that if you listen to me when I'm telling you about the difference between different religions, create a different mind template. Like the construct of it is different. They think a certain type of way. Christians do not think like motherfucking Muslims. Because you have to have a certain mindset to even understand that aspect of it. You got to understand, you are a Christian because of where you are. The country, the lineage, the political, it's political. It's not spiritual, it's political. You know what I'm saying? So within that political mindset makes you operate on a certain type of understanding of who we are, what we are as people. So you ask yourself, because right, if you're a Christian, you'll realize that in Christianity, you don't deal with the Eastern ways, right? Which is always going back to the earth. Even though it may still be a religion, it's still got more advanced concepts of how to convey a religion or a spiritual way of life that a certain type of nationality or country understands things. Salute everybody wiping their feet, man. And so what that does is it sets you up to not be able to understand how to think outside of that. So the further you go back to different religions, you go further back. Christianity is the oldest, or the youngest one. The youngest one. So it's almost like a baby in trying to understand religious concepts. It's dumbed down. It's almost like you went backwards, you know? And so the mind is almost like atrophied. And then that happens. So you start this cycle where you go back from front to back to front. So people who wake up from a religious mindset or Christianity, which is the last one, it's like you crack the egg, now you out of the egg. Oh, all right, well shit. That shit wasn't working. I knew it was something bigger. That wasn't enough to sustain me. That means that you're becoming stronger. You're becoming mentally aware more. Hey, that shit ain't make no fucking sense. Why? Because it's bedtime stories. It didn't make sense, but it did at the same time. What it made sense to do was to get you out of your mindset of where you was as a baby. Now you got to start out. You was teething. That's why the way the Matrix is set up, you start out like the baby. If you ever watched the movie The Matrix with Keanu Reeves, what happened? He woke up out of like some embryonic sac looking thing, right? And realized that he was in the Matrix. And that's how it works with consciousness. And that's how it works with knowledge. You have to have something to let you know that ain't real. That's the same way when you wake up. You didn't know you was dreaming until you wake up, nigga. If you never woke up, you won't know. Because everything's mental. On top. Listen to this shit, boy. Listen to this shit. Listen to this mix. Them niggas go. Follow them niggas on Instagram. If you got Instagram, love these niggas, man. I'm about to meet them niggas when Africa opens back up. Durban in South Africa. Follow Black Kid. His name is BLAQKIDD. Let's run that nigga Instagram up. That nigga is motherfucking. That's the homie, man. That's the homie. Them niggas is major over there. And it's so weird how Africa is different. There's a lot of people who got clout, but it's so dope when we connect to people and we're not even, you know, think about it. There's people who are not in America who fuck with me, man. I get my inbox, stay flooded, man. People from everywhere. China. Yeah, BLAQ Kid, KIDD. Black Rabbit, Black Kid, yeah. And this group is Black Shandice. That's them niggas go. Listen to this shit. Listen to this breakdown. Listen to this shit. Nigga. Imagine being motherfucking Africa, nigga. We in Africa right now rolling up. And you see in the club turn. Them bitches dancing. And everybody popping X. pop a couple caps of mushrooms, strobe lights going, big booty motherland bitches looking like angels, looking like motherfucking delicious snacks, nigga. Yeah, yeah, yeah. This that shit. Them niggas go. Them niggas changing the game over there. You know what I'm saying? Kevin said, man, I'm headed to the car to roll up, make me want to smoke. Hey, man, you know, we vibing, man. I said, let me get this to the people, man, because I'm about to turn back up. Me and Bella is doing a lot of amazing things, so y'all got to follow her. She's a beautiful soul, man. And we about to turn up. We got a lot of content. Yeah, like little snack cakes. You know what I'm saying, Rod? This shit is crazy. And this is why I love traveling, because traveling is time traveling. You're time traveling. You understand the world the more you travel the world. And in terms of that, that's why your brain expands, because you get to study foreign cultures and understand things that are foreign to you. And when you do that, you see that everybody don't live the same way. Everything is not what you think it is because of your perspective. And this is what makes you a cultured person. This is what makes you understand things. And the quickest way you'll learn that is what? The quickest way you'll learn that is when you go and you eat some food. Now, understand this. I'm going to show you how powerful this is. And then when I learned this, it made me understand it on another level. You got people in your family, especially black people. I can speak from that experience. But it's white people. It's all humans. But for people who can relate, as black people, a lot of the times, if you come up in the South, you don't think that the way other people eat may be bad until you go somewhere where you be like, we'll make fun of people, right? And somebody be like, we eat frog legs, niggas down Florida, nigga, fucking rabbit soup, nigga. What, nigga? Y'all niggas killing rabbits, nigga? The motherfucker too cute, nigga. Y'all killing rabbits, nigga. Kill the ugly animals, nigga. I bet you they taste better, nigga. But so when you go to places and you realize that culture ties you to a language, it ties you to a way of life, and it ties you to food, right? The culture, the primitive thing, right? And so when you realize that food ties you to a people, it ties you to a certain type of just culture. And that's one of the quickest ways to start to understand people. So this is why when you would sit down and eat food with somebody, you have conversations. It ain't the same way as you in a boardroom and you got to talk to people, or you at a function, you got to meet people. When you eat food, you sit down, you just chopping it up, man. How your day? What's this? So food ties you to a culture, and what you realize is that it expands your brain, it expands your palate database. The more you try new foods, the more that you stay within a certain realm of food for a time, you don't change from that, right? And this is the very point of that, is that as black people, I know for me traveling, you know how hard it is to get most black people who are not culturally aware or open to trying new things, or they're used to traveling. Try this experiment. People who don't travel a lot. Try to get some black people to go eat Indian food and see how many. Man, I'm fuck with Indian food. Man, y'all need to come with me. Come fuck with this package, boy. I be at the Pakistani buffet in Gwinnett, my nigga, by the Mall of Georgia. Pakistani Indian food, fucking buffet, nigga, busting it down. Try to take regular black people. What the fuck is this shit, nigga? I don't want no fucking Arab food, nigga. I don't want no motherfucking goddamn Indian food, nigga. But then you take a motherfucker whose culture or wants to know more in life, you have to expand your brain to understand how to process things. And when motherfuckers don't do that, they stay atrophied and they stay in a complacent mindset, right? And you can see that when you'll try to take somebody and they'll want to get the same shit that's almost what you can get here. This is why I travel alone a lot of times. And, you know what I'm saying? This is why I travel alone unless I'm with somebody who's open-minded. You know, I don't really travel with women unless we going in a pack or something, right? But people who are culturally open to traveling are also open to trying new foods. Even if they don't try it twice, my nigga, try it one time. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, gotta get that roti curry, boy. Hey, boy, trust me. I be here in Atlanta at the Golden Crust, boy. I be at all the spots. Chicken masala, yeah. I'm with all that shit, boy. Tandoori chicken, tandoori lamb, chicken masala, man, all that shit, man. Boy, man, listen, man. I get busy with the food, man. And that's what I realized. The two things for me, as a man, what got me addicted to traveling was the women, foreign women, and understanding women on those levels. And The food. I'm a greedy ass nigga. I like to eat good food. And I love to cook, and I love to have different spices that I could put niggas up on, because I come from a family of people who really cook. And we like to eat good food, but the funny thing is in my family, we all great cooks, but I'm the one who got the most cultured palate. And the way I eat, my family won't eat like that, but if I cook it for them, they'll eat. You know, they're like, all right. But when you go to, oh, I got this new mix playing too. This mix is stupid. So when you try new foods, you learn the culture. And when you see the way the women look, you might, if you go to places where you like the women more, I guarantee you're gonna like the food more. And so think about how dope that is. You don't really have too many people who can be like, man, I like Puerto Rican bitches, but I don't like Puerto Rican food. Boy, you goofy. So you gotta understand how deep that is, right? The foods that you don't like the best, you don't care too much for that culture. It's not that you don't respect it or you're not aware of it. You know, I like Italian, I love Italian food. Same way I like Italian women. And the Italian women that I like, you know, I like them like I like the food. But, boy, give me some African food, Jamaican food, Chinese food, South American, some Peruvian. You know what I'm saying? Let me, I see a lot of people. Reese Gimir said, all right, I see this. Where did you learn astrology from? Please answer, where did you learn astrology? This nigga stupid. I learned astrology from being on a cult path as I was young, but the astrology that I know now that changed my life is a brand that my master teacher put together called Cosmophysics. And Cosmophysics is created by my master teacher, Raku. And it's funny that they honored him today. I'm gonna probably try to pull up on him tomorrow. So Cosmophysics is the name of the astrology, but it's pretty much, as he calls it, the Jeet Kune Do of astrology. So Jeet Kune Do was developed by Bruce Lee. If you know who Bruce Lee is, Bruce Lee created a fighting system where he pretty much understand that he took the good and the bad of each fighting system, different martial arts and practices. He was like, nah, this shit cool, this, that. And he created Jeet Kune Do. And that right there is the same thing my master teacher did, because he's a martial artist and he studied astrology his whole life to the point where this nigga the best in the world. And it's a black man, because it's all our shit come with us, but I'm able to be privy of the genius. And when he taught me astrology, the way he taught me was like, I'm gonna put it like this. I was already decent at astrology, but not like that. He gave me an upgrade when he explained it a certain type of way and how it works, where I start to see it more from a real life point of view versus what you read in a book. And my ability to understand it went to the next level. So it's kind of like going from an iPhone 6 to an iPhone 10, just like that. You had that iPhone 6 for a long time, then you like, boy, let me go ahead and goddamn trade this bitch in. When you trade that bitch in, you like, what? Nigga, this one I was missing? Damn. And that's how it is. And that's how I learned astrology the way it is now. What I was learning before was just some motherfucking bullshit or whatever. You know what I'm saying? This is why I love looking at your Insta with all them food points. Hey man, I'm about to bring it even more, boy. I be going ham. Yeah. And shit. Have you tried Wop Hearts? What's that? Wop Heart. What's life according to you? Death, a transitory state to another existence, gradual cycles that you break, a state of existence that's always been, always will, but different angles, different perspectives. So we trade places. You know what I'm saying? You got your own semi. I got a contractor, so yeah. But I kind of got like a good deal where it's like, look, I'll run it for you. I'll run it, and you just pay me this amount of money to keep that truck running. And I'm contracted through the company. So we split the bag like that. Easy gig, you know what I'm saying? I go to Miami twice a week. That's it, man. Living my life, man. You know what I'm saying? Living my life. Y'all hear this shit? Why is the planet in so much chaos? It's because it's always been in chaos. This is what I was talking about when I was talking about the Matrix. But LL, appreciate you joining in. You probably just came in, shawty. But life is chaos. But you gotta understand this whole simulation is spells. You're in a world within worlds within cycles, and you may not understand it. This is multi-dimensional existence. There's a planetary system at play, and everything plays its part. It's an intricate amount of networks. You gotta understand how life imitates reality and how art does it again. Yeah, back to it, Alan. So understand that when you think of the internet, understand that that's life, but you're seeing it develop from another dimension so you can understand where you just came from. It's the same shit. 2020 is a construct. It's a mental construct. If you understand what 2020 vision means, that means you're having clear vision. 2020 is the wildest, crazy shit that you've seen leading up now. You thought, like, damn, it can't get no crazier. That's because you're privy to the access of seeing things clearly. But 2020 is a code word. It's symbolic of you're seeing shit clearly, which is the world been crazy. It's always been this way. It's never not. This is why structure is masculine. This is why chaos is feminine. You live in a reality where they work together, but you have to see it. You see what I'm saying? But yeah, you know, we're going to talk about all that type of shit like that in my Patreon. That's why I want to have this type of dialogue with y'all, because I realized that I'm about to turn it up, man. My YouTube about to get crazy. And if y'all fuck with me, man, y'all spread the word, y'all share my fucking content, y'all run it up. If you never seen what the fuck is on my page, fuck with me. So back to that, LL, 2020 is perfectly how it's supposed to be. Understand that everything is everything. Everything is everything. But you have to know that. You have to know that you're in the midst of chaos. So what is chaos? It's a formula. It's not no pre-described, it's a formula. It's just so advanced that you have to understand that chaos has a formula to it. And what is synchronicity? Synchronicity is you having the ability to start to peep certain plays in the midst of it. Think of it like this. You ever play with a fan when you was young and you let the fan spin and you'll like throw like a penny up and see if it'll go through the blade and come back down on the other side without what? Get hit by the fan? Understand that those are like dimensions. Understand that act in doing it. Try it out so you can understand this, so you can understand how everything is everything. What I mean by that, let the fan spin. Take a penny. Flip that bitch up and see if you can get it through the blade and it can go from the top and back down without getting hit. That's the way time works. That's the way cycle works. You see what I'm saying? Make a Facebook group, God King, please. I'm making a Patreon. And for those who don't know, I'm doing a Patreon where my Patreon, if y'all fuck with what we're doing, it's $20 a month. And I'm dropping content 3 times a week with esoteric lessons, and then we'll do a live and follow up on that strictly for Patreon users who participate, support me, where we can have these type of dialogues. That's why I'm hitting y'all up right now, because I'm dropping it tomorrow. That's why I say ask me any question, so you can determine if you understand who I am and you understand what I'm here to do and why I'm here, and you can understand that if you fuck with my page, you see what I'm saying? If you fuck with my page, then you understand that this is some real shit that you don't get on YouTube all the time to see. You see what I'm saying? Varen said, you better do my readings for $20 a month. Hey, I charge $100 an hour for a reading. What I will do is let you guys have strict access to a lot of occult knowledge on a level, and I'm going to give y'all homework and let y'all do y'all due diligence. So we come back, we have these conversations. Because you got to understand, we're moving in the age and a time where everybody don't understand where we are, who we are, and what we're here to do. So you have to vet people to see if they're really about this shit. Because what happens is this. Secret societies are because, first of all, everybody ain't ready for the motherfucking knowledge. And how do you know that? When you tell somebody the motherfucking truth, nigga. Niggas don't take it. Why? Because it's very frightening to the human psyche, because it disturbs the reality of what people thought they knew. And to people who are intelligent enough, you know that you know nothing at all, which is what keeps you on that path, and it keeps you humble. But what you do know, you pass it around and you pass it down to people who are able to gather that information at your level. And so when that happens, you know, that we give you anxiety, nah, this don't give me anxiety at all, bro. None of that shit do. Yeah, man, you know. But yeah, I'm smoking cheese. Oh, it's cheese right. Yeah. Okay. Okay. And that's what I'm saying. If you guys want to learn what I'm talking about on a deep level, and I'll even be giving out astrology, working hand in hand with people who want to deal with my Patreon for that. I got stuff that I'm doing for astrology stricken people who want that, as well as you can get the 2-for-1 if you fuck with the no fab tantric shit and you want to understand more, and then you want to understand more occult shit. That's why we're doing it. You know what I'm saying? This right here is Sour Space Candy. So that's what we up on. You know what I'm saying? We turn up in this bitch, man. Oh, man, listen to this shit. But them niggas jamming over there, nigga. You watching these motherfucking badass bitches, big booties over there, turn the fuck up on this shit. Nigga, this shit go. Do you believe in veganism? I was a vegan for a long time. I believe in all that, man. I believe in being able to practice those levels of discipline and then use them interchangeably. So what works for you works for you. I'm a big person on paleo. Like I grew up, you know, I'm from the port. My niggas in the port, we grew up on seafood and shit, nigga. We grew up off the nature for real, nigga. My backyard used to be fucking sweet potatoes. So I understand that, and then when I travel, it brings me back. You know, I noticed that when I would go to a lot of different countries, that my eating habits, I would suit to where I was at, and you know, I remember like my nigga Ryder Hill, we was vegan and doing vegetarian shit back then. Black niggas, like we black niggas, we doing fucking vegetarian shit like that. Niggas like, what? Like, niggas ain't get it, you know what I'm saying? But those different attributes that you cultivate and you practice, you can take that around when you travel. This is why traveling is so important. Because when I went to different countries, I realized that I wasn't eating processed food. The places where shit was either farmed, like what we call and rebranded as farm to table here to make it have like posh motherfucking goddamn sound to it. It's a fluid, it's for the yuppies. Motherfucker, that's what they do in third world, nigga. So the contrast of the way you think life is very different when you don't travel. And when you do travel, you get a balanced perspective. And it just make you grateful. Like, personally, I'm a minimalist, but I'm a rich nigga. I'm a millionaire mindset nigga. And I'm a traveler, so it's all about what you have priority over. And so what happens is when you go from being able to have access to be around millionaires, and you get to see different types of millionaires, different types of celebrities, you get to see what's real and what's real for you and what's fake to you. So I always wanted to be this rap nigga, but then I do it and I'm here, I'm meeting all my favorite rappers, and it's like, man, you get to a space where you realize, like, is that really what I wanted? You know, Andre 3000 got a song where he did it with T.I.'s called Sorry. And he said in there, the first thing he said is, I learned that I learned that an apartment is way better than the big ass house on the hill. I used to be a better rapper when I wanted to back a black comma give, right? And so once you reach those things, you realize certain things weren't what it was. That's like you could go and fuck with a bitch from the club, but you be like, well, I'm gonna fuck that pussy up tonight. Well, she bad, and she get in that motherfucker, that shit whack as fuck. Ain't what you thought it was. You know what I'm saying? It's a no. You feel me? And so that is what it is when you realize, like, dealing with understanding different cultures, right? When you travel, you realize how those attributes come back for you, right? You have discipline, you have a palate that you can utilize. When you eat different food, it works for you. So when you travel more, you get to expand your mind more, and you learn to understand and appreciate culture, because the way people do things in different places is different from you, but that helps you understand the nature of God. So when we're talking about the occult knowledge, right? When you go to the indigenous areas, their way of life ain't considered religion. It's not a religion because it's not political. It's not an agenda. It's not political. It's a way of life. So I personally feel, also to go back to somebody else's question earlier, I didn't throw this in because I'm jumping around having fun with y'all, is that when you really understand that what psychedelics are, it's an intelligence that's spored from Sirius, the constellation. So we're talking about multi-dimensions, and anybody who knows something about occult knowledge or even knows something about mushrooms, the spores can slip through the gravity of time as well as the vacuum of Earth. So think about the Van Allen belt that's over the universe, right? Or this world, this dimension, which is the aura field. It's your auric field. A fucking mushroom spore, fungi, it's intelligence. It can slip through the Van Allen belt into gravity, out in space, unharmed. Come here to this planet, and it does what? It starts to spore all over the world. Why? Because brain, food, mushrooms, flesh of God. That's what they call it. That's what the ancients used to call it, right? So when you look at what was looked at as some primitive ass type of way of living, when you start seeing the shaman, the witchmen, and niggas is turning up, you think niggas is crazy. Because when you get anxiety over here, you are turning into those witch doctors. You're turning into that because you're tapping into a spirit, but you're so reprogrammed from dealing with the matrix, you're like, oh, I gotta act normal. Oh, no, you are chaos. And until you understand that God is chaos and you can tap in at those frequencies, when you understand synchronicity, is when you can jump in between those dimensions, right? And you can jump back and you can catch spiritual realm, earth plane. Spiritual realm, everything has a up down to it, inside out to it, right? Anti to it. So that's how it works. You know, I appreciate y'all fucking with a nigga, man. We in here turned up. He said, what's the progress on the book? Oh, go back to what I was saying, Shamar. What you wanted to hear, BB? Shamar? King, what are your thoughts on Wet Dream Wild on Semi Retention? I got a video for that 510. You gotta go and check it out. I talk about all that shit. I talk about all that. Y'all fucking with a nigga, man. We turned up, man. On the Molly and the mushrooms and the you smoking. I live in a building full of old white people, senior citizens in Pennsylvania. I can't even smoke inside at all. Some people are, hey, you better get you some vape, nigga. You better get you a vape pen. You better start getting that vape pen. Verone said, hey, man, I'm trying to be like you. My license finna turn 2 years old. I'm trying to get a semi, but still smoking. See, I'm good. They tested you one time a year. But that ain't shit, man. I do that. I got a gravy little gig, you know. So I do that for I use that as a way to reinvest in everything I'm doing in my life, because I maximize my chart, like in astrology wise. So everything flows in my life so to a point where the more that I can get in alignment with my purpose, utilize astrology and spirituality to map out my life a certain type of way. And I'm always reinvesting in myself because I know who I am and what I'm here to do. And so you keep that spiritual currency flowing, you know? It's always about investing in yourself. Yeah, it's a common. Yeah, I was saying that in my live earlier. Yeah, weed is feminine. Yeah. What do you think about extraterrestrial beings? Next time you go outside and you look at a spider, you see a snake, nigga. You look at a bird, or ugly, weird ass looking bird. Those are all extraterrestrials. You gotta understand why words mean. You have to master them. You have to understand that words are spells. When you see a fucking praying mantis, nigga, you ever seen a praying mantis, nigga? If that don't look like a fucking extraterrestrial, I don't know what it is. If you never seen any of those things, nigga, that is a fucking extraterrestrial. Now, I say this, boy, hey, you get on some motherfucking 7-8 grams of some good ass mushrooms, nigga, and you go outside and sit in nature, my nigga, you gonna be like, boy, where the fuck am I at? Boy, this shit is lit. Nigga, the craziest shit I ever did. Hey, this is shit you gotta do. When you wanna deal with the occult, you gotta go down these paths to understand shit. Took 4 grams and went to the aquarium. And for those who live in Atlanta or you go through Atlanta and you've been to the aquarium, you know up until like maybe 10 years ago, Atlanta had the biggest aquarium in the world. And I took 4 grams with a friend and we both went in there, and when I tell you, I could never I almost getting goddamn chills thinking about it. It's the wildest shit. I cannot even explain to you what type of fucking reality you would be in if you take some mushrooms. I took 4 grams, a little bit, pretty much an eighth plus half a gram, right? And went to a fucking aquarium, nigga. A big ass aquarium. If you ever went to the aquarium here in Atlanta, you know what I'm talking about when you walk in, and it's like a whole nother world. You got the ceiling is fucking whales, killer whales flying around. Like you see them pretty much like they're flying, but they in the water, right? But you seeing this shit, right? Yeah, Fort Fisher, right? You know what I'm saying? Right, imagine taking mushrooms and you go to Fort Fisher, right? Imagine walking in an aquarium and you talking about extraterrestrial, nigga? Bruh, do me a favor, do yourself a favor if you want to understand the question that you're asking, because you're going to see it in a different way than you ever thought. You're going to see this world in a different way. Take some mushrooms. Take 4 grams, 3.5, take a 3.5, my nigga, take an 8, man. And go to the aquarium and go up in that motherfucker and look at motherfucking Dungeness crabs, king crabs, motherfucking claws like this, nigga. Them niggas at the bottom looking like spiders, nigga. Octopus, nigga. Fucking killer whales, nigga. Fucking elephant, what do you call them motherfuckers? Sea elephants coming up to you, nigga, at the window like, nigga. What? And you got the nerve to ask that, my nigga? That's why you gotta go on this path. Because what you realize is that you're in a petri dish. You're in a petri dish, my nigga. That shit will blow your mind, nigga. And guess what's so fucking crazy? When you tapped in, the motherfuckers talking to you. Because remember, intelligent beings talk through telepathy. Right. I had to go chill in the bathroom for about an hour, my nigga. Nigga, I was on the mushrooms, geeked up, nigga. I sat in the bathroom in the last stall, nigga, for about an hour, nigga, because I'm like, yo. Then you see the motherfucking nigga, you know what fucked me up? It's seeing the baby animals, nigga. The baby animals. The other ones, I was like, yeah, that shit crazy. But then when you see like a school of fish attached to the hip of the mama, they just float, they go everywhere. She like, hey, man, where you going, man? This shit is crazy, man. Where the fuck, where we at? Boy, you be like, I feel you, my nigga. Stay close, my nigga. Y'all got me thinking about that shit again. That shit, boy, nigga, that felt like a dream. I gotta say to you, man, when you go down this path to the occult, you will realize the craziest shit, my nigga. You see life alive, exactly, Ryan. See, my nigga, Ryan, we know, man, we know. And that's what makes you learn to respect life in a different way. And you respect life, but when I say respect life, I don't say it in a holier than thou way. Because when you understand the real world, nigga, there is no fucking morals. It's only cause and effect. You see what I'm saying? And everything is everything. So there is nothing to fear, because you are like, this is why I love psychedelics, because nigga, you already dead, nigga. When you realize you like, boy, I'm in my mind, and you think you're in the sunken place, but you really like the avatar here. You see what I'm saying? But it's some deep ass shit, man. You know, I wanted to, yeah, nigga, but I can't, man. Look, I know y'all laughing at the goddamn, at the fucking aquarium shit, boy, but nigga, trust me, real nigga shit, boy, that shit is in my mind. I'm like, when you put yourself through experiences, you'll never forget them when you go on that occult path and you go deep. And going to the aquarium, and I want to address this too, because somebody said something about the Dogon. They asked about the Nomos and in the Dogon tribe and the people like that. When you realize that dolphins really are a very advanced extraterrestrial, if you will, and they came here to teach people, and they took a mammalian form, that is real. That's real. Now, when you realize that truth is stranger than fiction, you understand a lot more about life and the occult and the path of what you thought was wrong, what you like, man, let me tell you, man. And somebody asked me this other day, like, what do you mean? Listen, man, there's no right or wrong here. There's no right or wrong in this universe. Once you start living in that mindset, you start seeing things so different. There's no thing that is bad here. It's only relative to you. It's only relative to you if you take it personal, if it relates to you or it's in your proximity. Not that you don't have a thought about it, but it doesn't affect you that way. Like somebody asked me about how you feel about Lebanon and Beirut. Excuse me. I seen this shit crazy, but goddamn, nigga, guess what? This dimension, when have you not seen no crazy shit? Nigga, life is death is life. The shit is crazy. But what you have to understand is that you are in a series of events that happen and never happen at the same time. So none of this shit is real. It's a fucking movie. It's wild, but you have parts to play. And so certain things don't make you feel no type of way because it didn't hit close or to impact you and you can take it personal. But what you have to learn on the esoteric level that you don't take none of this shit personal. The ego, somebody asked about the ego. Your ego wants you to take it personal because your ego think that you are in this, that you are this body. You are not this body, you are in it. So understand that. Look at the front of an elephant. Understand this is symbolism. The elephant is the vagina, the ears. Everything in the universe is symbolized by the feminine and the masculine united, and you see it in many levels. It's wild as shit. You see what I'm saying? I got my hands on a gram of DMT and I ain't even take it. I'm scared I had it for over a month. That's funny, man. I'm gonna get some, matter of fact, tomorrow. I'm gonna get some tomorrow, man. I'm up, boy. I'm up. I'm getting some more DMT tomorrow. I got mushrooms, man. We lit, man. You gotta understand that the wave is moving forward, bro. It's next level shit going. You gotta be catching this wave. You see what I'm saying? Can mushroom have a negative effect on one's psyche overall? No, it can't have no negative effect, but what can happen is that it can waken you up, or it can make you realize that, nigga, you ain't ready for the truth. You ain't ready to go to the next level, because what happens is you're fighting the ego. What happens is psychedelics are feminine. Everything is spiritual. When you're dealing with these tools, they're tools to the spiritual realm to connect with the universe. So if you have bad trips on them, you either didn't respect the process of going through it for real till you get a grip on it. That's like trying to jump on a motherfucking Suzuki and think you're gonna be a rough rider off top, nigga, when you ain't even go around the block slow at 5 miles per hour. So when you jump on this path, you have to initiate yourself, which means that you have to be more concerned with wanting to know than the illusion of fear or how it's going to make you feel. You got to be willing to die. So what do you think sacrifices mean? You don't get nothing without something, man. You got to give up something. The life, you ain't cheating the universe, man. Niggas ain't cheating the universe. You learn how to hack it when you learn to already get in it and be in the play the game. You can't feel comfortable doing a wheelie on a bike if you're not comfortable with taking the training wheels off first. You see what I'm saying? So you can't play yourself out here. It's very real, you know. Yeah, mushroom weed go hand in hand, man. That DMT, next level shit. Yo, Patai, what's your favorite books? I got a lot, man. And it's hard to say, like, if you're not talking about which genre, which subject, because I got favorite books and everything, man. I got favorite books on everything. When it comes to astrology books, I like Stephen Arroyo. I like Robert Hand. You know what I'm saying? Man, tapping in, everybody who in this motherfucker night. That's dope, man. Can you talk about one of your astral projections and also the fuck y'all asking where he gets shrooms from? Y'all gotta learn to grow them, man. I told y'all I've been growing mushrooms since I was 17, 18. I taught a white boy how to grow weed. He taught me how to grow mushrooms. Yeah, I ain't gonna answer that, right? You already know. Wrong question. Yeah, you gotta go and do it, right? You gotta go and But all that shit, I don't go none of that shit. No, I don't give a fuck. Them niggas, listen, man. Listen. Let me tell y'all something, man. When you on this path, I know how the Matrix works. I done had FBI niggas come and question me and interrogate me, and it had nothing to do with drugs. This is my political affiliation, and not even political affiliation. Just the niggas I'm around. So when people was asking about like Tupac and stuff, I'm tapped in with the family. I'm tapped in with a lot of people, and so, you know, Frank Vendetta. Yeah, I listen to Synthwave, but I like retro dark wave horror, like that retro dark wave. That shit go. Yeah. I got too many negative recent experiences since the last time I took mushrooms. Do you think if I take some now, it's gonna pull? So think about that. Ask yourself, what was the negative experiences you have? And what were those negative experiences? Let me tell you something. For men who understand mushrooms, you have bad trips when you try to control it. You can't control the feminine. You can flow with it. You gotta understand this. This is why you can't control none of these bitches. You can flow with it. The feminine is the feminine, my nigga. And mushrooms is no different. When you go to have access to the feminine realm or the spiritual realm and you're dealing with mushrooms, you have to know that you are a part of it. So you trying to bring Structure to chaos, no. No. You see what I'm saying? You can't go to that realm thinking you're going to control that because you ain't. Because everything is mental. So you have to stabilize your energy. You have to know, hey, I'm this, but I'm here. I'm going to utilize this. Man, Verone, I ain't got no political affiliation with nothing. I'm a revolutionary black gangster. I'm a revolutionary black gangster. I'm an RBG nigga. That means I'm a conscious street nigga. That means that I'm willing to stand up for, not even just in terms of race first, but it is race first because we are the original people on this planet. But what it is more so a mindset of reconnecting back to who we are, identity. So it's deeper than that. You see what I'm saying? Let us know what astrology books to read. I'm going to tell you what my master teacher said, read all of them. But if you want some real good, decent joints that can kind of bring you, I'm going to say this, man, as a nigga who's been doing astrology for a long time, I'm going to just tell you the truth. And it's going to sound like an asshole thing, but it ain't. Because you got to understand why I'm telling you, because it's for real. My master teacher told me that. He said, nigga, read all of them. Because then once you start to grow, you're going to be able to know what to filter out. You see what I'm saying? You need to know what to filter out. But in the process of that, you can work it, and that's going to allow you to actually apply it. You got to apply what you learn or what you don't learn, and you keep on following that path, those breadcrumbs. But the thing is this. When you put the cart before the horse with astrology, you kind of set yourself up and you be wasting time. So you take the road, take the long road. Don't take the elevator, take the stairs. So read it all. Read what tickles your fancy. And then you go at that pace. If you go through this, you're like, there ain't shit in there. Then you start fine-tuning your path or what it is you're looking for. Let's see. Let us know astrology books. But yeah, all of them, man. Why I'm not getting no urges on day 7 of NoFap? Because you ain't supposed to get urges all the time. You go through cycles. That say, all right, nigga, stop thinking with your dick, nigga. Think with your motherfucking brain, nigga. What's your purpose, nigga? Get to work, nigga, before that shit come back around. You want to fuck everything, nigga. Learn to master yourself and tap into who you are. I mean, life experiences in my real life. I fear if I take shrooms, it's going to pull all that out of me. Guess what? Like I'm telling you, think of what I'm saying. I want you to understand this is why I'm talking about occult shit on a high level. Mushrooms prepare you for death. If you're worrying about dying instead of knowing some shit and gaining experience, then you're not ready. And you got to understand that when you go here, you can't control nothing. You cannot control the spiritual realm. All you can do is be a participant in it and understanding. You flow with it. That's how it works. You can't control it. So when you're scared or something, it's false evidence appearing real. I know the feeling where you can go revert back to it and go to a psychosis, yes. But understanding, sit in that moment and be an observer. When you are, nigga, remember, you having bad trips when you try to control the feminine. You can't. You got to just realize that you balance with it. You become masculine and feminine and you utilize both. You know what I'm saying? That's how that works. Yo. Are you Republican? Yeah, none of that shit. What about Anunnaki ancestors? What about them? What about them? The structure will flow through the chaos on shrooms. I mean, yeah, hell yeah. Man, I don't know what Trump doing, man. I don't care. That's the Matrix, bro. Let me break something down to y'all, man. Since we having this chat real quick. I just said in the chat that the way the universe works is a very delicate game of understanding how to use the mental plane. The first lesson I learned when I took mushrooms was how to learn to control my mind. I didn't realize that was so important and it just came to me. Right. Exactly. It's not real. Don't get lost in the sauce. Exactly. The reason why that's important is you have to understand that you're in a world where duality is and you're supposed to get distracted. You're supposed to get distracted to see if you can hone in on your purpose. So you're going to have those moments. So you have to learn how to not distract yourself on what does not really concern you. It seems like it concerns you if you make it personal to you. So understand, things that you give a fuck about is only things that you consider personal to you. But outside of that, it doesn't relate to you or you don't feel it resonates with you yet. So you don't worry about that shit. You be like, man, fuck that shit. You know? So I don't worry about Trump. That shit ain't real, man. When you get deep into the shit, then that shit real. Why I'm not getting urges on day 7? Because you ain't supposed to, motherfucker. You're going to flatline at some point, and then you're going to restart the cycle. You gotta realize that you are not your body, bro. Your body is a fucking spaceship, nigga. It's a machine. It's a skin cloth suit. You're supposed to start to understanding it. So yes, put yourself through those experiments. Why? Then think about what's going on when you can't. When you're like, I don't have the urge, because you're supposed to put that into your brain now. Yeah. If I get sleep paralysis, can I use that as a gateway to astral project? Use it as a way to just control your mind. I'm telling you, the universe is everything. The mind is everything. Learn to control your mind, which is why you're supposed to learn to put yourself through a series of disciplines to realize that you're not your body. You gotta understand that. You're not your body. That's the ego talking. Motherfucker said, do I? Yeah, I burn sage, man. I used to smoke sage and mullein together. Yeah, I've been chilling. Better get to it, right? Pain. I detox heavy, but I'm just back in my bag on how I used to get down. Like, that's how I do. So it's just a perfect opportunity, man, just to get everything together. I got Saturn going through my 6th house, you know, so that's the house of your diet and how you consume food and eat and your daily routine. So Saturn is in Aquarius in my chart, and my I got Jupiter sitting on my Jupiter. I got Jupiter in Aquarius, so Saturn is coming through, and so that's about mastering those different parts of your body. Daily routine. There go that ego again. Yeah. How often do you do shrooms? I microdose a lot, so I microdose. I probably microdose 4 days out of the week, microdosing. But with me, I'm a big mushroom eater, so microdosing for me is different. So I ain't gonna say I don't try to influence people, but what I do is I might eat a gram. Let's say I might start my day off 9 o'clock. I eat a gram. I might eat another gram around 1 o'clock. Then I might eat a gram around 5 p.m. So, you know, I might eat an eighth throughout the day and just munch on it all day and write music, process it, and do this every day. It puts you in a certain mindset. And so I keep that mindset where I'm focused on spiritual things and how to navigate the matrix. And so microdosing to me might be taking 3 grams a day. You know what I'm saying? So I might take 3-4 grams a day. It's just that's what I do every day. I'll microdose every day. Instead of doing 0.6 one time a day, I might turn the fuck up like I do. You know. What is the strongest so-called drug you ever took? DMT. Nigga. DMT. What? Nigga, DMT, that's what you dream. That's what you dream with. Nigga, that shit right there. Beautiful experience, but you gotta remember, what I say about psychedelics is the same thing, like when I talk about mushrooms, DMT is the same thing. You gotta understand how deep the shit is here. Psychedelics prepare you for death. You understand that? DMT is secreted when you do what? When you're about to die. The moments of death, when you have near-death experiences, or when you're in a sleep state. So you're dead. But you realize you come back, you're like, nigga, I ain't dead. You're like, so what am I? You're in a fucking body, nigga, and you're operating from a certain construct in the program until you handle what you gotta handle here. You sign a contract to be in this body. So you're an avatar. So you're playing a game, a simulation to wake up the soul. You see what I'm saying? So that when you're on psychedelics like DMT, and you go somewhere you never been before, seeing shit you never seen in your life. You feel me, my nigga? You be like, yo, nigga, I went somewhere, nigga, and I seen this. People here won't understand it because you time traveled. You time traveled to another dimension. You live in multi-dimensions. You went there. But what you have to understand is that these help you understand how to use your mind. So imagine that you can pretty much think any thought you want and it'll materialize right away. You would be like, what the fuck? Because you can't handle it yet. So you start on these slow vibrational planets to learn how to do that. This is why I keep telling y'all the psychedelics, the first lesson I learned with psychedelics was learn to control your thought. This is why you learn certain cycles and things at a slower pace. You see what I'm saying? Shit is deep. But we're going to talk about this shit Especially niggas getting all this game. I ain't no motherfucking. I'm not a. I'm gonna just say it this way. We going in right now. How many people on YouTube talking about shit like this? I see niggas understanding who saluted Chief Isaac and the other homie. Appreciate y'all for the super chats. That's motherfuckers who did that. I'm gonna break this down, and I ain't no preacher, none of that shit, because you don't have to do none of that shit. But I just want y'all to understand how this shit work. Appreciation is shown in currency. It's an exchange. I appreciate y'all tuning in right now. That's a form of currency because you're paying me attention, right? The other form of currency is when you show appreciation, which is through money. The super chat shit is right there. You don't have to even give up $10. You can give up $2. Everybody, because I'm dropping the Patreon. I'm doing this because the path I'm going on and the stuff that I'm giving to people, we live in a universe where people would try to be leeches online. But the thing is, you gotta understand why when people say, well, knowledge should be free, motherfucker, are you willing to take DMT, nigga? Is you willing to take DMT? Is you willing to take motherfucking 10 grams of mushrooms, nigga? You willing to take 3 grams of mushroom your first time, nigga? 7 grams your first time? And what? If you can't do it, nigga, I did it and I brought the information back. So when people are like, you should charge for that, motherfucker, do you have the boldness? Do you have the boldness to go where no man has gone? Right? This is why when you understand what frontiers are, this is what you understand what pioneers are. This is what you understand why degrees of knowledge is a hierarchy. Because niggas ain't ready who got the balls to go through certain levels to get to certain things. But the ones who do, you respect them. You show love because it's through appreciation that you show it. Now, why I say that? Because that allows you to understand how to respect money too. That allows you to understand how to respect people too. That allows you to understand how to give appreciation while you're here. It's not just for me, it's life. Because we're vessels of it. So when you get blessed, you keep the blessings flowing, keep it flowing, right? So I say that because I give a lot of content out. Trust me, niggas in this no-fap shit, they go to my page and they look and they go on their page and I see niggas trying to talk about some shit. Niggas, y'all capping, nigga. Y'all want to talk about that before me, nigga. Because y'all niggas ain't know none of that shit, nigga. I deal with tantra. You niggas don't deal with tantra. So the shit that I know, these disciplines and these things we share with each other. That's why you are nothing but a fucking communication vessel for the universe. You see what I'm saying? And yeah, I'm just talking shit, but appreciate your room. I'm gonna drop the Patreon tomorrow. None of this shit is for me to, you show that you want the information. You show that you pay for knowledge because you respect it more. I learned this. You'll pay for what you respect. You'll pay for it. Because it ain't even about the money. It's about your priority. People be like, boy, you be trying, boy, you be all around. It's my priority. You see what I'm saying? And so, salute the people, man, who jumping in, showing love, man. And really jumping in. I'm going to look at what y'all got. Yeah. When you get DMT, can't tell you, man. I want to do psychedelics, but I overthink when I smoke weed. Yeah, Nizzy, me too. I'm a Virgo, man. I'm a Virgo rising. So my chart rule is Mercury, and my Sun square Uranus. So I had to learn how to understand the higher concepts of how to deal with the mind. You know, and so once you do that, you start to master your mind. You realize that your mind has to have structure. This is chaos, right? So yeah, you'll feel paranoia. It's because you're starting to feel like you don't have control over yourself. But what happens is you go with the flow, you understand what it is. So understanding is all out of love. You won't learn something until you understand it with love. And then you can realize, like, I ain't got nothing to worry about. Nigga, life crazy every day. You ain't tripping on this shit, nigga. You driving. And you face death every day, nigga. I had a spirit entity come through like, nigga, what you scared of, nigga? You around death. Death is all around you. And you see it every day. Close to death. It's all around you. So it's like, what the fuck? Like, it's like, nigga, think. It's like, yeah, you overthink, but just think. It's like, nigga, you on a highway, nigga. Driving. On your phone, nigga. Looking at Instagram, damn, look at that bad bitch. Oh, driving. Nigga, you are doing what? You are in death's world. Because all it is what? a single chance for that moment for you to slip away from something and these things happen. So you're always around death. But it's the perspective that you look at it, that you understand that life is death, death is life. It's like, nigga. But guess what? Certain things seem so crazy, but you got to go towards the crazy to understand it. So when you do that, you realize both sides. It's like, okay, you live in this realm so much on the structure, then you gotta do chaos. That's why you gotta slack off some time to get right again. You gotta eat the fuck shit to get back right. You feel me? That's how it works. You know? And so I appreciate everybody jumping in this motherfucker, man. Pharaoh Productions, what's up? Virgo Gang, my boy. Gang shit for real. You know? He traveled return with news. Exactly, Rod. Exactly. Mike Tyson has great... Yeah, I love Mike Tyson, man. And see, now, I'm going to just say this. Because I want you guys to understand, like, how deep all this shit is, right? I like watching Mike Tyson because you see the vulnerability in him now. You see the transparency in him. Now, what people like Joe Rogan are like, people like Mike Tyson, right? Is you see certain things like this where they come through and they give you information. I'm about to play some black coffee now. They give you some information based on their experiences, right? But so the Mike Tyson y'all see now, you see how smart he always been, but he's openly being expressive about psychedelics. Why? Because we're traveling. I got your message, Rod, my nigga. We travel and we come back with experiences. But it's always been like people who come back to give these experiences, they seem like they're crazy, right? Imagine somebody time traveling. Like, you gotta understand how deep this shit is. And let me tell you why I'm an occultist, because I'm an alchemist. I'm supposed to break down complex shit in a very simplified but rich manner, so people here can understand it. It's like you go back there, you bring information back, and you come back here. Now, what did Mike Tyson change about him when he started taking psychedelics? He had breakthroughs that he never had before. And those breakthroughs are very important for you to understand, that those breakthroughs are humble because his ego is not there. Right. You see, he got humble. But what is humility? Humility is not some bad thing. What it is that you realize that when you're humble, you be like, oh shit, I ain't nobody. That's what the humility is about. Damn, I ain't nobody, but I'm everybody. Fuck, let me stop acting like I'm high and mighty, but let me understand what the ego is for. It's the duality between I'm this person and this other side. Nigga, you ain't nobody, nigga. That's why when you hear different phrases and sayings, you got to understand when you travel around the world. This goes back to what I'm talking about. When you travel around the world, your ability to understand the world gets more refined when you understand that culture is culture. So nothing really separates us. We all have the same wants and needs as humans, right? But when you start to hear certain phrases from different places and you come back with different types of ways to say shit, right? It make you understand certain things that's coded. When you hear, like in the Bible, like the Tower of Babel, right? Everybody's speech is pretty much what? It's changed. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, there go that ego, right? So then what happens is you realize, like, you're not your body. So when you go travel around the world and you see shit, you're like, man, all this shit is the same. We're all one, for real. It's just that we got different language, we eat different foods, we do things differently, but there's a lot of things we do the same. And that is why you can see it spelled out all through different cultures and history, right? There's certain stories that are the same. Certain religions have the same certain archetypical story because it's all the same. We're all collectively experiences from different realities. So when somebody comes back from the spiritual realm with some downloads, you know what I'm saying? Damn, can even my girl turn down the TV to hear more? Oh, that's lit. That's lit, nigga. We turned shit. Hey, that's love, man. You know what I'm saying? She a gangster. I'm happy y'all doing good. I like y'all pictures y'all the other day before I got blocked on Facebook jail. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, we going in and yeah. So what Mike Tyson started talking so much more about now is that these experiences. because that level of awareness of understanding spirituality, it makes you a better person. Nobody has to tell you nothing. This is why you understand that. Yeah, I'm turned up, and I wanted to give y'all some good content before I get off of here real quick, because like I said, I'm starting my Patreon, and it's going to be up tomorrow, and we're going live. So when I start talking about a lot of shit, and y'all be like, well, so why? Because what's about to start happening is there's going to be a lot of exclusive content I'm putting on Patreon. And more of the content I'm going to be putting out on my pages, I will be more consistent with that too. But this right here, this conversation that we're talking about and how we just talking, understand that, nigga, there's some shit out here, and we can have more access to this information because you want it. You really want it, and you show support and appreciation. Because you'll see why, man. You'll see why. It's a lot of bullshit when it comes to like niggas capping on you on YouTube. So a lot of content, niggas will see me do my thing, and I don't care about the numbers, but we about to go up. We about to hit 100,000 hours, my nigga. I ain't worrying about the numbers. But what's going to happen is the ability to be exclusive to the understanding of like this information. When you put it out there readily, everybody ain't ready for it. Some shit go over motherfuckers' head because it's not hitting them. And so understand that my page is for spiritual red pill niggas, real niggas. This ain't a holier than thou motherfucking page. I'm a real nigga. But I'm walking the path of this knowledge and occult information because you have to have influence to get people's attention. And so I'm doing my job. And so what that means being said is those who really fuck with what's going on are going to fuck with it because they really be like, yo, Patai know what's up. Patai talking that shit, and niggas online talking about the shit this way. So when you start putting certain things out, niggas, some niggas are ready on certain levels, but the access of information for a reason is very important, because when you put certain things out in public readily, it's not that it doesn't have value, but what it is that everybody can have certain access to certain information they still not ready for. And so imagine how much is out there readily available, and you have access to that, and a lot of people still don't fuck with it. But imagine how much access you don't have access to, because you have to have some type of exclusive contract or bond with that type of stemming, like the tree from that information. So this is why people will be like, well, Patai, you're a Freemason? No, nigga, but none of that shit ain't nothing, nigga. You are a Mason, nigga. You are my son. You are a son of the mother, motherfucker. Niggas don't understand this shit. So you see what I'm saying? There's son of the mother, son of the father. Like, you have all these things, but niggas don't understand all this shit. So exclusivity in terms of like a social club. Dude, these fucking Freemasons now, them niggas ain't doing shit. Nigga, them niggas dressing up in regalia and they're smoking goddamn Cubans and playing goddamn poker, niggas getting fat while little stripper bitches and all that shit is running around feeding them niggas grapes and shit, nigga. They talking about some goofy shit, nigga. They meet up to get away from their wives and shit, nigga. Exactly, it's me, son of mine, my son, yes. And what is the son? The soul. The eternal soul. So you're expressed through Leo season, the sun. Virgo rising, Scorpio moon, always thinking. Off top, Alex, you already know. How do you deal with nihilism, existentialism, and misopathy? Exactly everything I'm talking about, you'll hear it in there. You're nothing, but you're everything. So the ego is the part that has the problem with existentialism. You want to be significant more than what you are. But the whole point is you are significant. So it's like, nigga, what the fuck is you in the... What the fuck is you fucking sad about? You should be sad that you are in this body, not, oh, we're gonna die soon, all my friends are dead, push me to this. Like, nigga, a real motherfucker who deal with the occult knowledge understands that life is death, death is life. You respect life and you respect death. It's a delicate balance. But the way you cling to life, you should be clinging to death as well. You should be wanting to have that balance. Hey, if I go today, I go today. But guess what? That's based off of you have a purpose too. Because anytime that you're chasing your purpose of who you are in existence, you're looking to express yourself, right? So when you start to find yourself feeling like, man, I can die today. I don't give a fuck. Not because you don't give a fuck for no, you know, like I'm ungrateful. It's like, bro, I enjoy every moment. I'm grateful for every moment. This is why you ride waves. This is why you have a up, plateaued, and you see what I'm saying? You ride these waves. You're never always just in life. You're never just in death. You ride those waves. You go up, you go down. You see what I'm saying? Some real shit, man. But Ty, what do you think about the black pill? What's the black pill, Blunder? Tell me. Damn King, yeah. Then you still at the Black Arts. Then leave at the Greed Thief. Yeah, 3, yeah. Exactly, Rod. What do you think about repeating numbers? I see them. I already talked about that. Catch this live. But I ain't want to be low, nigga. I'm happy to give niggas some game and we can chop it because I'm gonna get back to doing more content because I realized that I had to get out of being like I don't like to be a slave to what I do. So I put content out. That's why I'm telling niggas like, dog, I ain't none of these real, YouTubers that got to do it every day, but I get the concept. I already talked about Anton Levy. You gotta go back and check. I think it was my last live. I talked about it. But is there a strict process to acquire cult knowledge, or is it scattered? It's scattered. But it is a strict process. The strict process is that you got to know that you're going to go on this road alone. But you got to understand that also you got to be wanting to know more than the fear. Because truth is stranger than fiction. There's a lot of shit that's going to scare you. But when I say scare you, it's not in a bad way. It scares you in an attempt to, you're learning something new. You're learning something new. And think of it as when you land in bed, excuse me, in the fucking coat that's thrown over the seat, when the light is off, you like the boogeyman. You turn your fucking light on, nigga. It's your goddamn coat, nigga. It's your coat. It's your coat sitting right there. You like, oh, all right, there ain't nothing. You know what I'm saying? Left hand path, yeah. What you smoking on the truck and I? Hell yeah, ZB. I'm smoking also Bubba Kush and some sour space candy. I got that, and then I'm smoking on some sour space candy. Yeah, man. When I was in LA just now, boy, man, we was out there living it up, my nigga. Goddamn, about to be back out there. It's a beautiful feeling. Logic and the enemy, and truth is a menace. To the uninitiated. Then you realize all this shit is the same. You realize all this shit is the same. Ain't no good and bad. Ain't none of that shit. Ain't no good, ain't no bad. It's only what's good to you or what's bad to you. But that's the wildest lesson. That ain't no good and bad. Like for real. And that's the part that scares you. Cause people be trying to make sure, well, what about those people? Nigga, they signed up for it, nigga. Every fucking human being down here signed up to be down here, nigga, to experience something. To be a part of a play, a great cosmic play, and those ripple effects leave us through time. We're all characters in the play. And so you realize that. And everybody's playing a part. No, I'll take cold showers. When I first started, I may have did one cold shower ever. But this is why I deal with Tantra. And you start to realize that you use your mind, man. Mind over matter. You use your mind for real. But yeah, man, I'm giving y'all a game, man. I love y'all, man. And what I'm gonna end up doing is going to put some content on Patreon. I hit y'all with 2 little videos real quick while I was going to a function earlier. And we're gonna have the content going. Yeah. So, I appreciate y'all, my nigga. We turned up. Yeah, Rod. Appreciate you, my boy. Got you tapped in. We gonna link, And I appreciate y'all, man. Stay fucking with my page, man. Share my videos with motherfuckers. If you fuck with me, because we doing this ain't just for me, it's for everybody. This is why y'all can respect and understand the real. This shit is about taking this shit to the next level. I'm about to go to the next level. So, if y'all fuck with me like y'all do, support this shit, because everybody ain't doing this. And y'all about to see more content. Y'all about to have real niggas in this bitch. You know what I'm saying? And so the more y'all spread it, the more we become more of a body, of a concept, of where we're going to the next level. So yeah, tap